on mortality. Today's topic is more of a gloomy one, at least for most people. Concerning our mortality, and people will probably ask me, why discussing such a topic that is feared by most people? Because that is something we want to avoid, even from talking about. But understand the nature of death and the nature of the impermanent can have a profound impact on your life. It teaches you how to live your life well and also to prepare you for the inevitable conclusion. I came across many famous people and see what they have to say about this subject. And, not surprisingly, these great people have one thing in common. They all live a fearless life and free from the fear of death. Thus, they live their life well. Understanding your mortality will radicalize your existence. Because knowing that you will not live forever, you will set your priority in life straight. You will not be attached to the material world, and in fact detach yourself. You will live a fearless life and let go of everything, and then you can truly be yourself and thus set yourself free from phobias, unnecessary anxiety, and a host of other bullshit, man-made bullshit. Last but not least, when you no longer fear death, you live your life with purpose, direction, and focus only on things that are important to you. Epicurus, the ancient Greek philosopher, said, and I quote, "Death does not concern us, because as long as we exist, death is not here. And when it does come, we no longer exist," and I unquote. So there is nothing to fear. Live your life. When death comes, it will come. You won't be able to feel it. And when it do come, you will not be able to stop it. So why even bother worrying? Many years ago, I had the news of Steve Jobs passing away. He is one of the wealthiest men in America, net worth at about $11 billion. And even with all that money, when it is your time to go, it is your time to go. Because in the face of death, even the best doctor in medicine cannot save you. So don't waste your time worrying about something that is inevitable. And sadly, he died at a relatively young age as well. Anyways, don't waste your time on pettiness, grievances, and regret either. Because complaining and grievances doesn't help you or others. In fact, see yourself as dead. Paradoxically, when you see yourself as already dead, you can start living. Now, in the Japanese warrior culture, the cold Bushido, where samurai warrior meditate that they are dead, facing piercing arrows, being slashed by sword. Every day they see themselves as dead. Why would they do this? Because they want to get rid of all the irrational fear that attach with the fear of death. People who fear death tend to act very irrationally. For example, in America, a fearful cop will mercilessly shoot a person to death just because he or she is reaching for a wallet and that they feel that their lives are in danger, aka the fear of death. There are countless of examples, but let's just say when an individual is driven by the fear, the quality of life for this person and those that he or she come in contact with is negatively influenced. Siddhartha Gautama, Siddhartha Gautama, also known as the Buddha, after he attained supreme enlightenment in his 35th years. 2,500 years ago, he started a religion that is still being followed today by the millions. And this is what he had to say on the subject, and I quote, "Of all footprints, that of the elephants is supreme. Similarly, of all mindfulness meditation, that on death is supreme." Now, understand that you came into this world with nothing, and you will live with nothing. Everything is borrowed. You cannot take anything with you. That is a fact. So, it is laughable to see people clinging on to the impermanent. They think that they will live forever. If they do realize that they will die someday, they find some source of entertainment or distraction to delude themselves. On the other hand, once you let go, you don't feel death, accept that it is inevitable, then you can set your priority in life straight. If you don't understand the nature of the impermanent, you will cower, hide, and try to avoid reality. So therefore, paradoxically, once you accept the nature of death itself, you will be free. Just like Frederick Douglass said, and I quote, "I had reached the point at which I was not afraid to die. This spirit made me a free man, in fact, while I remain a slave in form." And I unquote. Once you are not afraid of death, you are free, even if your physical body is still in chains. However, the slave that lives a fearful life, believing that he has something to lose, he will remain a slave in spirit as well as in chains. So if life circumstances change you down, at least free your spirit and liberate your mind. The least you can do for yourself. Once you understand that, you be braver and you will act accordingly, and then you can start living. What matters to you is that you live your day well, fully as possible. Your days will fill with purpose and direction. When death do come, you have no regret. Where others try to avoid pain and the reality of death, they will indulge themselves in pleasure, music, and other distraction. You, on the other hand, have a sense of purpose because you embrace life. To reject death is to despise life itself. Finally, you're free from some unnecessary anxiety and pettiness. To fear one's mortality is to be inferior to the smaller animals who accept its death without complaint. And I believe that's a quote from Robert Greene, the author of 48 Laws of Power. Once you liberate yourself from all fear by eliminating the fears of death, you will not cling on to unnecessarily. You will not cling on to things unnecessarily. You will become strong and self-reliant. You are not afraid of being alone. You will know what matters. You can laugh at what people take so seriously. You have more pleasure in life. Knowing how to take advantage of the impermanent. And when your time do come for you to die, you want to cry and whine and beg for more, since you have lived your life well.